These comments have since attracted a barrage of criticisms, but the spokesperson for the Ministry of Education, Kwesi Kwarteng, says the minister's comment should not be taken out of context.
Is that the minister has already been championing the interventions that he has been undertaking when it comes to basic education, especially when it comes to infrastructure. Again, the minister have also admitted the challenges within the education sector. A lot of these challenges, I mean, it's not like it was born just yesterday or last 2 years ago. It's been systemic. It's been with us, even most of them even predates back before independence. Today, we are still having similar challenges. What the minister is saying that yes, those challenges are there. Challenges in relation to access, challenges in relation to quality, challenges in relation to education having relevance on socio-economic transformation. But beyond these challenges, as a country, there have been some milestones that we've been able to achieve.
And haven't we told those stories?
No, but essentially, that's what the minister is saying, that when we are making a presentation about a certain story, it has to be balanced so that we do not just look into our faces and tell ourselves that as a country we failed. We've not failed as how maybe the impression is made to look.
Now, we hear the ministry say that moves have already been made to remedy the situation. Jojo Kobna, who is the producer of this documentary, has joined me on Zoom for a chat on this. Jojo, you've been in touch with officials on the ground. What are you picking? I'm sure you'd have to unmute so we can hear what you're telling us, Jojo.
Yeah, hello, Brace. Yes, I have been speaking with authorities in the Northeast region and also some sources in the Northern region, specifically Kwandai. And indeed, the ministry has reached out to them to find out the main challenges. And then one very exciting news, I mean, we had it on Newsnight. I mean, Kwesi Kwarteng confirmed that next week, the Pandai district will receive 7,000 desks, and that is great news. So we are looking forward to this particular news. But a very quick reminder, let me just quickly run you through the needs in the Northeast
region.
You remember last week I talked about 34,000 children also needing furniture, and I'll just run you through the figures quickly. Bumprugu Nakwanduri district needs 6,360. East Mampusi needs 4,970. West Mampusi needs 9,590. Shirpone district needs 6,160. And then we have Mampurugu Moduri district needing 3,850. And then we have Nyonyo Naswan also needing 3,360. So we're very excited that government is doing something about the Pandai districts.
Okay.
We'll be very excited if they can also take into consideration Northeast also, and I've given the breakdown of the figures. And I captured that one in the very first edition. And this very Tuesday, also Karachi and Chimuru district also needs 7,000 desks. And so it means that government will have to do more, meet the needs of the children who are desperate. And I mean, this is a situation that the children cannot wait, and we should not leave any child behind. And so I'm excited that at least next week, children in Pandai, Northern region, will receive 7,000 desks.
Okay. When is the next edition of the Schools of Shame coming up?
Well, it will be aired on Tuesday.
Okay.
The main focus will be some infrastructure, and the main focus will be textbooks. Has government, fulfilled the promise to give them textbooks so that they can learn, because it's been 3 years since the new curriculum was introduced.
Okay, all right, grateful. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Education says its initial investigations into the Sene East accident is pointing to the need for new schools to be sited in the island communities. 8 pupils unfortunately died while crossing the Water Lake to school in the area this week. Sene East District Chief Executive Jerome Kofi Jima, while commenting on the incident, asked for the Education Ministry to address the needs of the island communities.
Some of the communities, we don't have schools, but it is scattered and far. Those that are not far, because of the river, we have the Sene River joining the Akusumo River. So it's very large. So some of the areas you have to cross in before you get to the next school or the closest school. That is why I had submitted lists of teachers who have completed University of Cape Coast, Winneba, and the Jackson College of Education for them to be employed by Ministry of Education. I went to Minister Honorable Adechum several times requesting for those teachers to be employed. And here in the case, they have not been employed, and we're still having an adequate number of teachers. So, assuming that we're having enough teachers, those there would have gotten annexed. The fact that the government hasn't given approval for us to create additional schools, would have used Wayoko Pay School and then have annexed there. So that the teachers will be staying there and they'll be teaching the children.
Well, she's 17 years old and in her final year of senior high school. She got pregnant, thrown out of the house and forced to stay with her 22-year-old boyfriend. 9 months later, the young nursing mother longs to go back to school to get ready for her wasi. Joy Prime's latest documentary, Classroom Mothers, produced by Emmanuel Jivenu, explores the startling figures of pregnancy in senior high schools as well as the frantic effort of stakeholders to keep these pregnant girls and young mothers in school. Here are excerpts.
Gina is 17 years old and is in her final year in school. She gave birth barely 2 weeks ago. She had come home for vacation and became pregnant.
The guy proposed to me in April, so he asked me to visit him in his house, and I went. So when I went, the first affair that he had with me, I got to know that the next month, that was in May, I didn't have my menses.
Soon after, she went back to school. She dreaded the worst after 2 months of missing her period. Gina did not tell her mother or her aunt with whom she stayed that she was pregnant. But in her 5th month, her teacher, who had learned about it, could not keep the issue away from the family.
So in May, I didn't have my menses. The other months, the menses did not come. So I went to the hospital and then they told me that I'm pregnant. I didn't tell them myself, but when I went to the school, I got to 4 months, getting to 5 months, when my madam told me that now, when my pregnancy is getting to, she needs to tell my parents. She first told me that I need to tell my parents, but I told her that I'm scared. When I tell them, I don't know what they'll do to me, so she should help me in telling them. So he then called my auntie, and then he told him everything. And I came home when we vacated. That was in May, June. And I came home. So when I came home, they called me and then got to know that this is the point.
She was thrown out of the house and was asked to go and stay with the one who got her pregnant. So she packed out and went to stay with her 22-year-old boyfriend.
When I came back from school, my auntie that I'm staying with, she threw my things out. But my grandpa told her that she should have patience. So she should pack the things back to the room. She should have patience. When the boy comes out, the boy was not around when she sacked me. So when the boy comes out, I can go to him so that he will take care of me. But she didn't allow. She said still she will not accept me to be in her room whilst I'm pregnant. My grandpa went on his knees and then begged her. So she told me that I should come into the room, but she gave me days to go back again. So I should make sure I leave her house before giving birth.
Gina yearns to return to school to prepare for her final exams, but she fears that without support, that will be a mirage.
I know I've made a mistake. That's why I've been thrown out from that house. I know it's a big mistake that I've made, but I need someone to help me so that I can further my education, so that I can be lighting in the future, because I want my future to be the best for me.